You encourage listeners, we all encourage listeners to shop around, to get different options and get different opinions and be an educated consumer.
Absolutely.
This is a situation of a story that you're about to tell where one of our listeners had contacted a couple, 3 other companies, heard you on the radio on this show, contacted you to be their 3rd or 4th option, right? Quote, and take it from there.
Yeah, so Henry from Oak Park reached out to us, and Henry had already gotten a couple quotes from a couple of our competitors that you'll see on TV, and he thought the prices were a little bit high for the situation he was dealing with his wife. He has a curved staircase, so he needs a custom-made curved stair lift.
What was the challenge, the medical or mobility challenge of his wife, so our listeners could hone in on that?
She has brain cancer.
Okay.
Terminal brain cancer. So he was trying to get her up into the bedroom.
Sure.
So you go to sleep. So one of our specialists, Amy, went out and met with Henry, kind of reviewed what Henry was looking to do, and Amy said, "Well, yeah, we can do this." So our cost to do this was roughly about $10,000, and he was a little put back because the other quotes he got was $15,000 and $19,000.
Wow!
To do that same exact thing, and so then Amy started talking to him more. Well, why do you want to get up there? What's important? Where does she bathe? Where does she spend most of her time?
Quality of life questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it turned out that she spent 90% of her time, waking hours, down on the main level.
Okay.
And she really was only going upstairs to go to bed or to take a nap.
Okay.
So what Amy proposed was, okay, why don't we just use this extra room you have downstairs, put her bed there, don't buy a lift at all. You don't need it. And now she's 100% on the main level where the family is all the time.
And she could bathe and get cleaned up and everything.
Yeah, she can bathe, she can get cleaned up, everything. So Henry was thrilled because we didn't sell him anything. We just solved the problem, right?
That's great.
Saved him a lot of money.
Yeah.
But then Henry's like, well, how do I, here's my other challenge that I was going to look at later is how do I get her out of the house?
Right.
So then we looked at putting a lift on the outside of the house for him, and that's actually what we're doing. And we're doing that for $5,000. So Henry's saving a lot of money there. And then Amy, unfortunately, she had a lot of personal experience with the brain cancer with her brother and was able to talk to Henry about hospice care because he was worried about that part.
And she knows firsthand because she unfortunately experienced it.
And all of our assessors, had some personal experience. But, in dealing with our families, we learn. And we learn what they go through. We hear their stories. And we've, come across a lot of reputable companies that we can recommend. We do not do hospice care. But we were able to recommend somebody to come into the house, which is going to save them another $7,000 to $8,000 a month going forward.
So what?
$7,000 to $8,000 a month.
Wow.
Going forward. So all in all, we were able to solve the family's problems and save them a lot of money going forward.